So, from the last video that I just posted about why so many people voted for Trump, I'm getting a lot of comments back. People saying I'm excusing racism or throwing minorities and LGBTQ people under the bus. So, let me be really clear about where I'm coming from. My content broadly is about speaking for those communities, calling out racism, anti-immigrant cruelty, and attacks on queer and trans people, not minimizing them. If you guys bothered to watch any of my content, you would see that. In that last video, I talked about Trump's politics is built on scapegoating and dehumanizing people at the margins. And my stance on that is simple. It's wrong. It harms real people. I'm not neutral on that. Never even said that in that video. What I was doing in that piece wasn't defending any of it. I was trying to explain how and why a politics built on that cruelty becomes emotionally attractive to some people. Talking about shame, humiliation, and status anxiety is not a replacement for racism. It's describing the psychological wiring that makes a racist, anti-immigrant, anti-LGBTQ message feel like relief and belonging instead of the harm it really is. If your interpretation is, she said it's not racism, it's just class, then you either didn't hear what I actually said or you're arguing with a version of me that lives only in your head. The evidence is overwhelming that racial resentment and hostility toward immigrants and minorities are some of the strongest predictors of Trump's support. What I'm adding is that those attitudes get fused with people's shame, fear of losing status, and sense of being humiliated by the system. That fusion is what makes it such a powerful drug. Just shouting, it's racism, end of story, might feel morally satisfying, but on its own, it hasn't stopped anything. When people fly off the handle the second anyone tries to analyze how this works, they're freezing the conversation at the shallowest level, and that's a big part of why the Democratic Party and the broader left struggle to make real progress. So no, I am not handing out free passes to people who cheer family separations, who want to erase queer and trans people, or who are fine with their neighbors being treated as less human. I'm saying they're being played. And if we care about the people they're hurting, we should want fewer of them pulled into that game, not more. You can hold two thoughts at once. The racism, the anti-immigrant, and anti-LGBTQ politics are indefensible. And at the same time, there are very specific emotional levers being pulled to keep that project alive. If you disagree with how I'm connecting those dots, that's fair. Tell me where you think I'm wrong, but at least argue with the argument I'm actually making, not with a black and white caricature that makes it easier to stop listening the moment you feel offended. I hope that helps.